so we're going to try something new today. We're going to do it at my table. I know. I have this big old table and I never use it. If only you could see all the stuff I had on here. But anywho, so I want to make a denim puffer jacket. I had saw one online and I showed it to my son and he was like, start out with a vest. I said, okay, I'll do that, see how it goes. That way I don't, can't really say waste it because I can always take it apart, but just to make it, only thing I'm negating is the sleeves, but nonetheless. So I was trying to figure out a way to do it. When I saw the girl's video, and I'll put her name in there because I don't remember it offhand, she had actually just used a comforter. I'm just playing around right now before I do like my final one for the fashion show. So I do have these Star jeans. They're ladies plus size, and then I have this puffer vest that I already had. So I'm not going to take this apart, but what I did go and do, and it's not as thick as an actual comforter or a puffer, but it was only $5. And it came with a bag. If you know me, you know I'm all about my bags. So this one right here is the sleeping bag. I've seen lots of people make puffer jackets out of sleeping bags. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the pattern first on the jeans. Then I'm going to use the jeans to cut it out on here. And then what I'll do is once I cut it out, I'm going to sew the jeans onto here and then sew it all together. Because the way the girl did it, since she actually used a comforter and it was like down feathers, it was funny because they were going everywhere. But so after she cut it out, she sewed all around it so the feathers wouldn't come out. This is like a cheap poly fill in here, and it's not very thick, but it's good for what I needed it for. If you saw my video where it says thrifty tips from a creative, when I thrift for items or either just buy items in general, they have to be multifaceted. Like the beauty about this is, like I said, okay, I'm going to use it as the jacket, vest, or whatever. It comes with the bag. Bang. Even after this is gone, I still have the bag. Like, it's a total win-win for me. And this is a bag that's foldable, and I like it because it's foldable. It's easy. I think that was the pins. And this is the type of thing that I could put in my flight bag and it won't take up a lot of space. I'm always looking for extra bags. This one I won't put my flight bag because it's pink and we can only do black. Even though I do gray. Trying to find me a nice black one. But see how flat this folds up? This is good. This is the type of bag I leave in my car. Especially now since they don't give you bags. This is a good thrift bag for me. I can go in the thrift store, the bins, put this right in the cart, shop at the end, throw this in the bag, throw the stuff in the bag and leave out the store. So $5. The bag alone is worth $5. Then this. Now, the other positive to this is, once I finish with this, I still have the zipper. What am I going to use it for? I don't know. But it's a super long zipper. I could actually use it for a coat. Like if I wanted to do a down coat or just any coat. I now have a long zipper that I can use for a coat. Granted, it does not disconnect. It'll be something I have to step into. I don't know. I can definitely find a use for it. A bag. I wanted to make a bag, and I did say I was going to make a bag, but anywho, it has use. I don't know what, I know what these are for, the snaps, but I don't see what it snaps into. It says Play Hut, so maybe it had something that snapped into, but these are all the same snaps, so they don't snap into each other, but nonetheless, so, the other good thing about this is, it comes with its own pillow, and funny enough, I considered making this a collar, no lie, I really, really did, because I'm that different. Not on this denim one, but at first, I just was going to cut this out and just make one by itself and had it. I still may. You guys, you know what? I still may. Because I really can see this as a collar. I know I'm insane, but I am insane. So, what I'm thinking is, if I just do this jacket first, just for, excuse my language, ish and giggles, and make this the collar, how cute would that be? Like, really. I mean, it says, does it say dream on it? I think it says dream. I mean, you can't get no better than that. That's what life is about, dreaming, right? So this would be the collar. Look at the cape now. Woo! Super T. Oh, look at matches. Super T. Anywho, y'all know I'm goofy. So I'm going to do that. Oh, the other thing is I love this lining. I was thinking about this lining with that denim. This would be really cute. But by itself, it's still going to be cute. So we're going to try this now. We are. I'm still going to cut it out on the jeans first because regardless, I'm still going to make my puffer. Worst case scenario, I'll go to IKEA. I think I have like 2 IKEA pillows in here I never even used. They're still wrapped up in my closet. But worst case scenario, I'll go to IKEA and buy some of their really cheap pillows and use that as the filling. Honestly, I have so many pillows here. I have pillows for sale on Facebook Marketplace. I could take the stuff out of there, to be honest, because they've been sitting there forever, and instead of me spending more money that I don't have to spend on something I don't even know how it's going to turn out, yeah, no. All of the, Could we not even get into how much stuff I have in here? Like, that's a whole thing in itself. Okay, so before we start sewing and everything, we'll have a little chat and shoot, because I've never really truly introduced myself to you guys. I don't think. Like, I just started throwing things out there on YouTube slowly but surely, here, there, here, and there. Recently, it has been a whole lot more consistent. Yay me. But let's do the introductions. Hello, my name is Tanya. How are you? Good to hear. How's the family? Everybody's okay? We're doing okay too. Kids are a little crazy, but we'll discuss that later. So, a little background info about me. Again, my name is Tanya. Went to school for fashion. I have 3 children, ranging from 32 down to almost 18. I know, right? I look 32, but yeah, she get it from her mom. It's in my genes. But back to reality. So, 3 children, went to school for fashion. I've always worked in some form of fashion. I've done lots of jobs. Right now, I'm a flight attendant. But fashion is my heart. I've done all types of jobs. But fashion, I'm always drawing back to fashion. I like making things. I like creating things. To me, there's something about the finished product. Knowing you started from nothing, like this. Knowing that this is a sleeping bag. And Lord's will, it will be a jacket. And I say Lord's will because I give him all honor and all glory. I know none of this is not without him. My creativity is his favor upon my life. It is how I sustain my life and me and my children. And I say that because even with a job, and this goes to everybody out there, I tell my kids this, you need more than a job. Even if you have a good job, you're a CEO or whatever, they can let you go today or tomorrow. It's that easy. You are no one to these companies. I mean, you can actually own the company and they will still take it over and kick you out. So let's keep that in mind. Granted, if you're a CEO and you own a company, you got some other things going anyway. But you get where I'm going with this. So, no matter what job I do, I always find my way back to fashion. It's in me. Aside from the fact of knowing that God gave me the gift of creativity, I do credit my mother with a lot of it, because she sewed when I was younger. I used to sit downstairs when her and Miss Vivian would sew in the basement. That's my air fryer. I'm making a sweet potato. Girl trying to lose this weight, but again, another story. Y'all see how I ramble? Anywho, I used to sit down there and watch her and Miss Vivian sew in the basement, and with leftover fabric, they used to make my Barbie doll clothes. So when I got older and I had my daughter, I in turn started making her Barbie doll clothes. Really cute clothes. She was the flyest Barbie doll out there. Yeah, she had wrap skirts, jean jackets. Yes. I'm going to see if I can find the pictures. I think they're on my own Instagram page. But yeah, so, and then I went on to college. Oh, I had my first job when I was young. My last year of high school. And when I was in high school, I didn't even take it up. Actually, I had a free period. I started school late because I had them last year in high school. And I had a free period, so sewing was available. I already knew how to sew. When did I start sewing? I don't even remember when I started sewing, but I knew how to sew. So it was kind of great. It was God's destiny again on my life. So I got into class. And no, that wasn't my free period. Let me rewind. They didn't have a lot of classes left because I started late. I started in October. So sewing was available, so I took sewing. I had a free period, so I ended up being so good in sewing, thank you, that the teacher asked me to be her assistant for my free period. So I did that, and then she is the one that recommended that I go to Philadelphia College of Textiles and Science. She wrote me a beautiful recommendation letter, so that's why I ended up going for school. So I studied for fashion. When people say I live and breathe fashion, like I really, really live and breathe fashion. It's insane. Do I know a lot of these big name designers? No, because they're irrelevant to me. Do they do some great things? Yes. But one thing about fashion, everything that you're doing has already been done. They may tweak it a little, like the stuff that I do. I see stuff on Instagram that people do, and I just tweak a little, same thing. I'm not really that much into designer, so to speak. Don't get me wrong. I love the stuff that walks down a runway, but I couldn't even spew off maybe 25 names to you, honestly. I mean, aside from the basic, Calvin Klein, all of that, but I mean, like the high end, no. I only have 2 favorite designers, Roberto Cavalli. One, because the flowiness of a lot of his garments. I love flowy clothing. Oh my God, it's just something about flowy. It says flirty, sexy, just gorgeous. It just, yeah, I feel it in my soul. And then the fact also the way that he mixes the prints. Oh my God, it'd be colors and designs you would never think to put together, and they just flow so effortlessly. And then also, Diane von Furstenberg. I love her because of the wrap dress one. Like, I love a good wrap dress. A wrap dress will sit you perfect. You can wear a wrap dress. It could be plain. It could be printed. It's just something about the wrap dress itself. It highlights any woman's figure. You could be small, medium, large, extra large. It does not matter. It makes you look fabulous, especially with the right jewels, the bag, the heels, the boots. Like, you can wear them with heels. You can wear it with, it's so many things. Anywho, so that's my two top designers. But so yeah, so fashion is my life. I had a store. I had a couple stores actually. My first store was in my first store was in Skip Pack, PA. It was so small. It was a little teeny store. I'm gonna speed this up so we can get to sewing. This is gonna have to be like 3 parts. I see this already. So my first store was in Skip Pack, PA. It was so tiny. It didn't even have a bathroom. We had to go to the pizza place next door to use the bathroom. When I opened up that store, was my son 1 yet? I don't even remember. I know my store in Chestnut Hill opened up in 07. So 06. Yeah, so he wasn't even 1 yet. So my son wasn't 1. My daughter was 2. He was not 1 yet. When I opened up my second store, he was 1. Let me see. They used to play in the back of my store in Chestnut Hill. The other store was small. They was just there. It's funny. My son was there in a walker. It's amazing. My kids have been through this journey with me forever. I tell you, my 2 youngest too. My daughter used to actually, when I used to do events, because I've been vending forever, she used to set up the jewelry for me. No lie. Like, my daughter used to set up the jewelry. She had to be, I want to say 5, 6. I don't even know if she was even that old, to be honest. No. Let me see. 04, 08. No, she was about 4. 5 at the most, because she was born in 04. I moved to Georgia in 2008. So this was before I moved to Georgia. This was up in Philadelphia where she was setting up the jewelry for me. I never forget, I did this event at First District Plaza at 38th and Market, and she was playing with this little boy. Then it was time to set up the jewelry. So she's setting it up, and he came over to play with her, and she said, no. She's like a mama. It's paper time. It's money. It's business time. But yeah, so they've been through this journey with me forever, going to shows with me, you know, as a single parent. You know, you do what you have to do. So that's what I did. So they are a lot of me. But yeah, so anywho, I had my different stores, and I moved to Georgia for a little bit. And I think Georgia is where I did most of my sewing at. It was when I got to Georgia that I really started to do more sewing. I went down there not even with the intent to sell. I was just going to open up an accessory store. And it's funny how I've had all these stores and never not once did I consider putting my designs in it. And I say, I mean, everything happens for a reason, but I truly believe that's what crippled my store. When the housing market collapsed, that's when I started closing my stores, because it like flipped overnight. I went from having constant sales to little sales to no sales, like none. And I really think the thing that would have set me apart would be if I had my stuff in there, because the people across the street from me then started to sell the same things I was selling. So it was like, came a little bit harder. Now you're fighting for whose price is better, yada, yada, yada. They have been there longer. So if I had my own original designs in there, that would have set me apart. There's nothing they could have done about that. Nothing. They could not have recreated my designs. They could, I don't even know if they didn't have a seamstress. They just was buy and resell. So, but again, everything happens for a reason. So then that's when I moved to Georgia. I just was going to do accessories. Again, never thinking about, you know, you make stuff, put it out there. I just used to make stuff for the same reason I make stuff today. I like it. I love it. This is what I do. Like, I can sit here, if I could show you guys half of the stuff that I have sitting here that I've made that just sit here, I could probably do like, I ain't no probably about it. I could do a runway show just, but I have a whole ottoman over here full of stuff that I've made over the years. There's been in fashion shows, and I just come and fold it up. And I stopped doing shows, honestly, because I did it when I was in Georgia. Let me get back. I was making stuff. I would go to salons and sell it. I used to sell stuff at the strip stores. The Strip clubs. I don't know about Philadelphia, but I know in Georgia, well, we all know strip clubs are big in Georgia, but they also have the women, or I guess you could be a man. I don't know. I've only saw women that sit in the back and sell things. When I was in Georgia, I met Aisha, and she was a hairdresser. How did I meet her? I don't even know. I'm trying to think. I know I used to come to her place and sell stuff. And she had told me about the strip clubs. Or did I meet her at the strip clubs and she told me about the salon? I don't know. But she was a blessing because I ended up selling stuff for her salon on a regular. Selling stuff at the strip clubs from her. I met makeup artists who would ask me to do stuff like... Georgia really is a place where you can make it work for yourself. It really, really could. Like, I've styled radio personalities. I've styled T-Pain's mom. I've styled women basketball player. A lot. Georgia's definitely a place where you could, if you're looking to do something, especially in fashion, entertainment, just business in general, Georgia really is a spot. I would say a lot does depend on who you know, and I was blessed when I went down there because I was introduced to people already off of the cuff of who my family knew. I got one introduction that led to another, and yada yada yada. Yeah, so anywho, but yeah, so I was in Georgia, then I came back home to Philadelphia, so now I'm here. Had a couple jobs. I'm really not the corporate type. I work corporate jobs because, of course, we need medical, 401k, yada, yada, yada. But I hate corporate America. I do. I was just saying I do. Like, even my flying job, I love my job. Let me rephrase that. I love a lot of times the jobs that I do because I am customer service oriented first and foremost. That is me. I love customer service. I love working with people. I'm results driven. I love changing things to see somebody going from unhappy to happy knowing that I helped. That is me through and through, whether it's relationship, friendship, work, whatever. That's just my personality. I am a helpful individual. I like to see change. I am results driven. So all of that to say, I don't mind corporate America if it's a company that truly cares about its employees and their customers. Still looking for that. I'm going to leave that there. But yeah, so other than that, I always revert back to fashion, which is where we're at today. So I'm going to stop. You know what? Let's not stop this one. Let's cut this out. Then I'm cut this out. And then I'll restart. Because I don't even know how long this one has been already. Oh, 17 minutes. That's long. Yeah, we're going to stop it here. I'm going to try to do these in like 15, 20-minute intervals. I'll do this one as a precursor to this is just the introduction. And the next one we'll actually start cutting because I don't want these to be long. I really don't. But somebody keeps, well, not somebody, a couple people keep saying I should do tutorials on stuff. It's kind of hard for me to do a tutorial because half the time I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. Like I said in one of my videos, I just play sew. My mother's a true seamstress. I just play sew. And it just so happened that the shit works out. So I can tell you to do something. It might be wrong. It might be right. Like I've never really had, how do you say, professional sewing or taking any type of real classes. I'm more so a hands-on. I've seen my mother do stuff. I've seen other people make stuff. I can go in a store, and this is honest to God, this is what I used to do. I used to go in stores, take the clothes into the fitting room, turn them inside out to see how they made it. I would. Because I just, that's something that I do. I can look at something and kind of figure out how they made it and then try my best to make it. Sometimes it comes out like that. Sometimes it comes out better. Sometimes it comes out worse. But it's all a learning thing for me. And I think, and this has been since I was in high school. I'm now about to be 52 in August. So we're talking about a long time here. Let's say even if I was, we're just going to say 17, not even 18. We're looking at 35 years that I've been doing this. Not full time, but off and on 35 years. I've gone years. Not even years. I'll say 1 year without sewing. I'll sew for, like, I was talking to my mom earlier and I was saying, I'm so tired. She was like, I said, but I really want to make this puffer jacket. She was like, make it tomorrow. Just lay down. I said, but I'm kind of in my groove. And she was like, yeah. I said, so I have to do it now. Because one thing about sewing, you have to be in a mood to do it. And I always joke and say, if you sew when you're not in the mood, all you're going to do is, excuse my French, bug some stuff up. You're going to mess it up because you're not in the mindset. You really, there's a sewing mood, mind, heart, beat, everything that you have to be lined up. Like if you kind of want to do it or have to do it and really don't want to do it, this is what your pattern or your thing is going to look like. It's because you're not in it. You have to be in it. And right now I'm really in my groove of sewing, and I get like this. It's normally around this time for some reason. That's why I believe I'm born to make more so resort wear, because this is normally the time where I start thinking of bright colors, flowy, like during the winter. If you follow me, you know I do my jackets, like the shag, the sweaters, like all of that type stuff. But I'm truly a summer baby, so I'm all about the bright colors, the contrast, the flowy. Like, even though half the time I wear black, but when I go out, 9 times out of 10 I have on black. Yeah, so all right, we're gonna stop this here because I'm still talking. I'll keep talking. We're at 20 minutes. I'm gonna say peace. We're gonna come back and we're gonna start actually cutting some shit. How about that? See you in a second.